So, the newest episode of MLP Season 7 was Episode 7 called Parental Glidence. I just wanted to make this video because one thing about this episode really spoke out to me. Please avert your eyes if you have yet to see the episode yourself, as spoilers are at hoof. Okay, so, right at the end of the episode, Scootaloo talks to Rainbow Dash about Dash's parents' over-supportiveness.
No pony is a bigger fan of our Rainbow Dash than us!
This can be a typical parental trait for any family with an only child. Rainbow, being Bo Hothoof and Windy Whistle's only child, would make her more important due to having no competitive other siblings to get in the way. So, typically, she would get tons of support and all of her parents' love, as no sharing between siblings is necessary.
Yeah! Rainbow Dash, you show! Greatest participant ever!
However, Rainbow Dash during this episode clearly was not very pleased about all the support she was getting. It was, I must also say, a tad over the top. Overly obsessive parents are embarrassing. Any child would agree. But hey, that's parents for you. They're embarrassing, they're annoying, they sometimes know best, but you still... Regardless, we still love them. Now, what I really wanted to discuss with you Bronies and Pegasisters is the conversation that went down between Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash at the end of the episode. It really got me thinking about the fan-based theories on Scootaloo's backstory we don't yet 100% know. Scootaloo says,
"You know, some ponies would dream of having parents like that."
With that, Rainbow Dash responds,
"Yeah, right. Name one."
Scootaloo says quite heartfelt after sighing.
"Me.
She continues with,
Growing up, I never thought I'd be the best at anything because no pony ever told me. But your parents told you over and over again."
Now, what Scootaloo said right there could imply she really is parentless, as no pony ever told her she was the best at anything. And she really did sound like she longed for the life and parents Rainbow Dash has. So, is she really an orphan? Is the bedroom we see her in one time in Season 4, Episode 5, Flight to the Finish, at an orphanage? Or are her parents just very unsupportive, and that's why we've not yet seen them in the show? Right at the end, my theory is supported even more, when after she does her work presentation in class, Rainbow and her parents give Scootaloo the support she always dreamed of having. Her happy face MLP ends the episode on shows it all. Either this mare is lacking good parenting, or lacking parents in general. This may be why she is so clingy to Rainbow, because of how closely similar they are, both being Pegasi and also both being into all the active cool stuff, but sometimes she is overly clingy and obsessive with Rainbow Dash.
The report's on an inspirational pony in my life, and no pony inspires me more than she does. I'm putting together this scrapbook for my report. I'm her biggest fan.
This, I believe, is because she is in desperate need of attention and supportive words. This may also explain why Scootaloo was so excited when she finally met Rainbow's parents. Because if Rainbow is like a sister to her, then that would make Dash's parents like her parents too. For a moment, she finally felt she belonged.
Oh, heavens to Celestia! What's wrong with her?
I don't know, but you just made it worse.
Sorry, it's just your Rainbow Dash's parents! Ah! I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm meeting you.
Maybe she was abandoned for her abnormal wing size as a foal. Maybe at the hospital she was diagnosed with a disability that would ground her for life, and, ashamed of this, her parents abandoned her, just a few days old, outside the nearest orphanage. That way she, and every pony else, would have no idea that poor Scootaloo may never actually be able to fly. It's a wild shot in the dark, but it would explain the lack of parent sightings, the jealousy and need for a sibling like her best friends have, and her still inability to be able to fly, no matter how hard she tries. Considering Pound Cake, Mr. and Mrs. Cake's Pegasus daughter, could fly and cause mischief almost right away. Same goes for Flurry Heart, another baby with wings example. That shows very clearly that in reality, realistically speaking, Scootaloo should have been able to fly and get off of the ground from just a few days old. Supporting my theory that she is indeed disabled or has temporarily stunted wing growth, so her wings are still too small to support her aging body off of the ground. They flap fine, so they're not paralysed or anything like that. They're just too small and maybe even too weak as well.
I can't fly. I just can't.
But that's just a Jezra MLP theory. What are your thoughts on this video? Thanks for watching.